a resolution, which only takes one vote. It doesn't necessarily have to go to committee, and there's not time to send it to committee because the hearing is next Tuesday. So you can do that. You have the power to do that. Please act. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Rodriguez?
Eddie Rodriguez, 701 Main Street, Bethlehem, 18018. Yes, this move about the firefighters and that station is a bad move, I guarantee you. It's exactly what everybody else is saying. Response time is very important. And these guys, you know, and every fire station, not just that one, has done a fantastic job. I just had a family member, an ex-family member on Pawnee Street, and the response time was so quick. You know, a couple persons were there, firefighters and station and the fire engines. And the response time was so fast, so quick. But sadly enough, the house burned down. But you need to regroup on that decision. But I'm here for another reason. Members of the zoning hearing board, they need to get their behavior and conduct intact. There's a lot of anger that's being expressed. I'm pinpointing this to Mr. Mayor, John Callahan. This has got to stop. I refuse to go back there simply because anger and frustration just got out of hand the day I was there. And I almost got thrown out of the meeting for nothing, just by simply expressing my opinions. The other thing I wanted to explain is that you had 2 officers. I believe one was terminated, one suspended. Is that true? Regarding the recent case regarding the Roosevelts.
We just voted tonight to terminate.
And this was Mr. Rogers, but there was another incident. But with regards to that, you know, I don't want to say nothing bad about, you know, police officers because we have a good police force. But there are certain members there of the police department that lie and get away with it. Behavior and conduct has to be upgraded. That's not right. It happened to me. And I mentioned it to, used to be Sergeant DeLugio, left him a couple messages. And the officer that took the report, I explained it to Commissioner Schiffer. He knew nothing about it. Then he was the assistant deputy. Unreal how these things happen. You know, if an officer lies one time, what makes you think that another officer won't take the initiative and lie again? In my case, they lied to a judge and then another judge twice. Twice. And then I see another officer that had the individual pinned at this last row here by his shoulders. A sergeant. I saw everything that happened. It's not going to bypass my eyes. He had his shoulders pinned so that officer would not move. The guy was looking up like this, wondering what the heck was happening. He was the one that initially took the report from me. Tony Hanna knew exactly what went down because I reported that incident to him regarding an employee. I didn't want to say nothing then. Regarding an employee of the Health Bureau then, no names mentioned. I told Mrs. Schiffer this. Again, he knew nothing about it. Mr. Bellix did, because I left him a couple messages. This has to come out. I want an investigation regarding the incident at the Rooney Building before I go any further myself. I have time to decide. Mrs. Spadoni and the President of Council, I'm asking you, initiate this investigation as to what happened and why those DVDs apparently were shifting and somebody copied the DVDs. Again, if they lie once, whoever did it should come forward and present this as it should have been presented. Don't hide it. Don't go to a judge and lie. Show and have good faith that you can straighten this matter out. I want an investigation. And last but not least, I'm hurt by what I'm doing here now. I was hurt then. I could have lost my life. And I don't appreciate somebody going back here and pretending he has a gun. And then stopping me on Church and Center and telling me that if there's going to be a tragedy regarding my brother, the tragedy is going to be you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Gentlemen right here, then Ms. Conrad.
It's okay, it's okay.
Bob Simons, 4016 Oakland Road. Just want to tell you something that happened last night, City of Bethlehem. I'm a firefighter. I work out of the Easton Avenue station. We had a call that we were busy at. While we were at that call, a structure fire came in on Chester Road, out near Freedom High School. Thankfully, Engine 7 was in service. Engine 7 became first due then to come over, and then Engine 9 out of Catasalka Road had to come and back them up. By putting Engine 7 out of service, because that's what's going to happen. It's not just the station, the engine will be out too. You're really taking on a very big risk. With not having engine, with 5 being out at a call, 7 being out of service, and then you have to have a Catasalka Road engine come as first due. It was a kitchen fire and somebody was inside. Thankfully 7 was there to get them out. Thanks.
Thank you. Ms. Pungratz. Ms. Pungratz, do you want to, you had your hand up.
My name is Mary Pongratz and I live at 321 West 4th Street. Believe it or not, I was not planning to say anything tonight. But I am compelled to comment on the fact, the extremely rude behavior and language used by some of our former speakers. This is a city of 72,000 people. Not everybody can have everything that they want. There's no need to be rude to council, or to be rude to the mayor, or to any member of the administration. I find it very surprising that if we are talking about the Dewberry Fire Station, there's only one person from the area here to speak. The rest of them are firefighters. And I am not downgrading them because they are absolutely important to the health of our community. However, having been the victim of having 2 homes torn down under the name of urban renewal, and various and other sundry things have happened to this town, I think we've got to put things in perspective. Where do we do the most good for the most people in this community? We are not tearing down a fire station. We are reusing a fire station for an emergency service station. Now, I think we need to be very realistic. We are living in very difficult financial times. There are decisions that have to be made that will please somebody and anger somebody. But I don't like the threat that this will happen. I don't know anybody in this room who looks like God. Nobody knows what will happen. And you cannot tell me that the firefighters in the city of Bethlehem would not be quick to come and help wherever needed, when needed, in and out of uniform. I refuse to believe that. The city is not wealthy. The country is not wealthy. We have to make do with what we have, not with what we would like to have in revenue. The people who are in front of me at this moment should be complimented, not insulted. They give of their time, of their energy. They tend to neglect their family at times to serve us. But I don't consider them to be my servant. I consider them to be representative of the community. They should not be insulted, nor should the mayor or anyone else in the cabinet, so to speak. And again, I will repeat what I have said before. One person from the Dewberry Avenue is here to speak. Where are the other residents of the Dewberry Avenue section who were here at the last council meeting to speak about another matter? It is very, very sad that we cannot be civil in our discourse. We're supposed to be educated adults. No wonder our children act the way that they do. They don't see good role models, do they? And if anybody should be angry, I should be angry because you voted against my wishes at the last council meeting. Did I get up and harangue because you voted the way I did not want you to vote? No. You voted the way you felt. I accepted your decision. I'm not happy with it, but I will not insult you. That is beneath my dignity as an American citizen. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez.
Stephen N. Talek, 77 Ridge. In view of the recent ordinances passed for civil rights, whatever, I came across a very interesting article, which I'd like to share with you. It says, Klansmen gather at local hall. That's the headline. Sponsored by Ku Klux Klan of the city, Imperial representatives speak. Doors open to the public. The hall on so-and-so street was well filled on Monday evening, the occasion being a public meeting held under the auspices of the Ku Klux Klan of this city. The entire program was of a patriotic nature, and the events of the evening were of an entertaining nature. Miss Martha Turnley, Imperial representative of the women of the Ku Klux Klan of this state, was the principal speaker of the evening. Her address was of an educational nature, during which she dwelt on the public schools and white supremacy. She also eulogized Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. Reverend E.C. Miller, pastor of the local Lutheran church, also made a few remarks basing his topic on the cause of natural righteousness. A feature of the evening was a tableau depicting the flag of Washington. This was staged by members of the Tri-K Club of the city, and the participants were assisted by the local commander, Mrs. Alfred Weaver. A patriotic program was also presented by the Junior Prep League, in which 16 youngsters took part. A social hour followed, during which refreshments were served. Now, where do you think this article appeared? Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama? No one's required to respond, but just think about it. Would you like to know where this article appeared? Bethlehem Globe Times. And the reason I bring it up is I hear constantly that Bethlehem is a city of tolerance and love. It keeps going on. It's our heritage and our origins. But when gay and lesbian communities have to come to the city and ask for ordinance for protection against discrimination, and the fact that minorities like Latino community don't feel well loved here, I would let you know that our history of love and tolerance isn't really that good. When we had the triple Ku Klux Klan having meetings here speaking about what I just read. So all I'm trying to say is that we have a long way to go on tolerance in this city. And it's sad when minorities have to come here for an ordinance for self-protection. So have things really improved that much in this city? Knowing way back when the city was founded, you were excluded from owning property. So there's a legacy here which is contrary to what we've been hearing. So I just want to remind you that this has happened in Bethlehem, because I showed this number of people, it's like, what? Ku Klux Klan in Bethlehem? This is living proof. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? This meeting's adjourned.
Hallelujah.